Welcome back to Jedi Enclave. I'm Daniel.
I'm Chris.
And this is the Jedi Enclave Presents. This is Podcasting Podcast, your weekly podcast about Star Wars and Star Wars paraphernalia and other products.
And some things that aren't Star Wars at all.
This podcast is certified 1/3 Star Wars today.
1/3 by volume.
Yeah, which is great. It's 1/3 of your daily recommended intake of Star Wars. We don't have a ton of time to talk about much.
No.
I will say, while you're here, you should go and like us on Facebook Live, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Kick, Discord, all the places that we are. We would certainly appreciate it. It costs you nothing, but it's really great for us.
Helps us defeat the algorithm.
Yes, and we are and then this is a live show. So as we're going along, if you want to put your thoughts and musings in the little comment box there, we'll be reading them in between segments. Well, let's do a quick news recap of what happened on May 4th.
Absolutely nothing?
Nothing happened on May 4th.
Absolutely nothing.
Which was a little bit of a surprise.
A little bit surprising, but it does mean that one jackass who put the fake "do not leak" memo.
Yeah, we knew that was bullshit anyway.
Lying.
Yeah. So, I think some people were at least expecting that we would get some news about like Ahsoka season 2, or maybe some news on the new Star Wars game, the Cal Kestis Jedi game that was supposed to come out.
Literally anything.
Literally anything, yeah. We really got nothing, and then I know that the Battlefront community on Reddit attempted a little event. It wasn't a really big thing. We played anyway. We always play, but it was one of those things where I think more people were playing in general than we're used to.
Mm-hmm.
But generally, I will be surprised if there is going to be a Star Wars Battlefront 2 this time next year. They might. I have a feeling that they're sitting over there at EA Dice with their hand on the button, and they're just waiting for the player count to get below a certain number, and they're just going to go dead. And then it'll be the end of Star Wars Battlefront 2, and we'll be really, really sad.
Yeah, it probably does cost them a negligible amount of money to keep the servers running.
Yeah. Well, they have to use all that. They have to make as much room for Battlefield as a huge success that's been.
Yeah.
So anyway, not much has happened on May the 4th. That's too bad. I did read that Star Wars Celebration tickets are sold out.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's cool. I guess the idea that we're throwing around about taking a road trip to LA is dead. So
well.
Yeah. There's that. And then is there anything else we want to kind of get through or mention by the time or before we get into
I don't think so.
Okay. Well,
it's Maul time.
It's peanut butter Maul time. Okay. This last week was Maul Shadow Lord's big season finale.
Mm-hmm.
2-episode season finale. A lot of spoilers.
Yes.
A lot of really big moments. Some character deaths.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to get into it. We don't have a ton of time today to get through the spoiler-free thing, so we're going to talk about it. If you've not seen it yet, go and watch it. It's okay. The one spoiler-free thing we will say, now that we've seen the whole show,
mm-hmm.
right? If you were to give it 1 to 7, 1 being the worst, 7 being the best, spy bots, how many spy bots would you give Maul Shadow Lord?
I'm leaning around like a 6, 5.5, somewhere.
Yeah, I think 6 would be pretty fair. Really mostly for the art style. I think the art style has been really good. I think the music's been good. Mm-hmm. I found all of the characters interesting,
mm-hmm.
and the one character that I didn't find that interesting, Captain Dickbag from the Imperials, they killed him pretty quick.
Yes.
So that was fine. Otherwise, I thought everything was really interesting. The art style was really pretty.
I quite liked all the performances,
mm-hmm.
especially Sam Witwer.
Sam Witwer is
phenomenal.
He did a really good job. Yeah. I also really liked. I didn't look up who it was. I should have, but I really liked the voice actor that played Devin.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she did a really good job, and I really liked the guy who did the Jedi Daki. I thought he was pretty cool too. So,
mm-hmm.
And I guess someone pointed out to me. I guess the kid that plays Riley was he's a big role in the new Percy Jackson reboot that they're doing on Disney Plus.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who he is. So our producer says who?
Gideon Adlon.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, there we've gotten through spoiler free. You've been warned about spoilers. Let us know in the chat what you thought, though. Let's get into this. Let me cue
holy
up
shit, there's so many spoilers.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit we need to get through. Let me see if I can actually do this correctly. We got it. Okay. So yeah, our buddy Ian from the UK says hello there. Hello there, General Kenobi. Janix is still under lockdown, obviously. Do you want to give like a brief previously on?
Previously, Maul went through the sewers and kind of hallucinated his backstory, and then caught back up with his buddy old pals. And
Drayden Voss would like a word.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lawson, Daki, and Devin bust Riley out of jail because the Imperials are just imprisoning children now.
Yeah.
And they pick up 2 boots along the way.
Who now has been radicalized because they took his boots away.
That's true.
Now that the conflict directly affects him, he is all in on the resistance, I've noticed.
So now we've got Darkside Gang, who is, making their schemes, and Lightside Gang, who are laying low from the Empire.
Yeah, and they just want to, I think they just want to get out, and not die. Yeah. So the planet's still on lockdown, obviously. The group is kind of like they're trying to figure out how to get out of the city, and it turns out that they've probably found their way through Drayden Voss, right?
So Savara's like, hey, I got Drayden Voss on the phone. He wants to talk to you, Maul.
Yeah, and Dryden's like, look, my boss is an asshole, and I'd very much like you to kill him. And if you do that, I'll help you get off the planet. And Maul's like, sold. Easiest fucking job in my life.
Terms are acceptable.
Yeah, that's the easiest job in my life.
I was probably going to kill him anyway.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's right, exactly. I was going to do that. Might as well benefit me. So,
so they make arrangements. We're going to pick you up here at this time. You better be there.
Don't be late. Right. Which, by the way, if you're kind of tuning in for the first time in Star Wars, if you've not seen Solo: A Star Wars Story, Drayden Voss, played by Paul Bettany, the amazing Paul Bettany, who is Vision in the MCU. Played Drayden Voss and was honestly probably one of the better actors in that movie as well. So he, at this point, it's before Kira kills him and takes over Crimson Dawn.
So he's like a lieutenant.
Right. Yeah. So whoever is running it now, we know ends up dying. So we know that Maul makes good on this, or someone makes good on this, because he ends up becoming the head of Crimson Dawn. So
it's probably Maul.
Right. So
Maul's like, all right. So we got our escape plan.
I'll move this so you can see
the
images.
I would really like to have an apprentice, and I kind of have my heart set on Devin.
Yeah.
So we got to track them down.
Right.
And also, Lawson probably knows how to get out of the city and to the pickup point. Yeah. So that's another reason we got.
Yeah. I have a bunch of reasons. Mostly, I want Devin to be my student, and Rook doesn't seem to really.
She doesn't totally get that.
Yeah, she still can't get over the fact that like Devin really tried to kill him, and
she's like, "There's a lot of Twi'lek girls out there. Like, if you want one, we can just find one."
Yeah, but he's like, but how many of them are like super force sensitive? So this is Lawson and the gang. They're kind of trying to hide out as well, and so Riley and Devin are sleeping, not together, unfortunately for Riley. So while sleeping, Devin has a little nightmare, right? And basically Maul shows up and is like, boo! and she wakes up and she's like, oh, fuck! And it turns out that Maul has given her a place. He's communicated with her through the Force. Was like, hey, I'm at this spot.
Hey, look at this really cool statue. Yep. Don't you want to come look at this statue with me?
Right. Come to the statue, and we'll everything will be great. And I do like how later on, Daki is like, okay, you guys shouldn't be able to communicate so easily through the Force.
You should not be that closely connected.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Like, come on. You had one job, and it was not to get entangled with the former Sith Lord. It turns out that the Inquisitor boys are kind of hot on their tails. I think they either know where they are,
or they're tracking them.
Yeah,
because the one has the post cognition.
Right. Yeah, and especially now that Maul has like called her on the Force phone, that I can't remember if that has something to do with it too.
Maybe.
Yeah. So
So Light Side Gang goes through the city and they meet up, and Daki's like, "Yo, Devin, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like,
Maul's probably not good for you.
yeah.
What about me?
He's extremely dark side, whereas me, I'm your cool lizard father figure.
Yeah. So the Inquisitors catch up. Oh no, they're not there because they just left because the chair is still kind of turning right when he walks in, and they're like, we just missed him. Yeah.
So Light Side Gang catches up with Maul, who is doing his trademark Aura Farm pose.
Oh, he's got to stand there with his arms behind his back.
He's got to look like a badass at all times.
I like how Daki's like, you guys stand behind the wall. He'll know that you're here, but I'm going to go out first just in case. And Maul's like, okay, I know that they're back there.
Also, like, let's make a deal. I have a way out. I have a way off the planet, but I need to get out of the city.
Right.
Maybe you can help me with that.
And Lawson, since you know a bunch of criminals, maybe you know a little secret route. And Lawson's like, how did you know? So he's like, I know a way out. We can there's a place where we can get below the city perimeter, and it's a bunch of ruins and shit, and we'll be able to get out.
There's a great little, you might have gotten it on the slide, but like the Light Side Gang kind of huddles up to talk about this, and like I want so badly for Maul to say like, you guys are like 5 feet away. I can hear everything you're saying.
Right. I have pretty good hearing, as it turns out.
Yeah,
also, I should have been flipping the sides while you're
showing
talking.
them the escape plan.
I can't remember. There is this like fun moment where Riley is like, who is this tiny little alien in front of me?
Varya's like, who the fuck are you? And Riley's like, Lawson's my dad. And
he's
like,
oh god.
Yeah, they're breeding.
More of you. This is just a group shot of them, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is their uneasy alliance. They're either hopefully gonna help each other out and then get out of the city. So this is where Daki kind of like clocks that maybe Devin shouldn't be able to access Maul's thoughts and vice versa, and maybe there is a little bit of benefit in not letting a former Sith Lord get into your little brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Devin reveals that Maul previously saved her and Riley during an earlier attack, and then he asks whether Maul helped her for altruistic reasons or if he's manipulating. She's like, honestly, probably both.
Yeah.
Probably mostly manipulation.
If I was the writer here, I would have her response be, I wish I knew.
Yeah. So they're sneaking through the city. They reach a power station that hides an underground escape route.
Unfortunately, there's a bunch of stormtroopers and a friggin' ATST here.
Yeah, they're just kind of like hanging out. Rook is able to jam Imperial comms. Maul, this actually is badass.
Rook tells Spybot to jam the comms.
Right.
And then Maul's like, all right, I got this.
Yeah. This is badass, by the way.
He just fucking walks out there.
It is so badass.
Turns on his lightsaber in full view of the stormtroopers.
And just like 1v1s an ATST, and the way that he does it is pretty cool. So like he doesn't even wait for he doesn't even tell them what he's gonna do. He just runs out there.
He just chops the ankle, throws his lightsaber, it splits the head thing, and then he walks away without looking at the explosion.
Yeah, because I mean, every badass, as we know, you're legally not allowed to look behind you after you've made something explode.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Yeah. Also, I've probably taken too many screenshots from this these two episodes, just because like there's so many frames that are just really like really pretty and really nice to look at. Also, I like this moment where Riley starts. So they were careful not to have Riley killing stormtroopers because he's a minor.
Yes. So Riley picks up a gun and starts stunning people.
Right. And Lawson looks on like, aw.
Chip off the old block.
Yeah. So I love when my son kills fascists or knocks them out. Sorry. So yeah, this is Maul just like decimating that ATST. Is so badass. And this reminds me a little bit. Did you ever play The Force Unleashed?
A little bit.
You can do stuff like this, and also, I mean, the Cal Kestis games, you can fight ATSTs as well, and it feels like this when you're doing it, you know.
Nice little Sam Witwer reference for Sam Witwer's character.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God. How did I not think of that? That is probably purposeful, I bet. Except he doesn't. Maybe. So in the Force Unleashed game, usually he cuts it up and then uses the Force to crush it, you know, or whatever. So all this is happening. There are explosions, and like the Inquisitors are just walking through the street, and they're like, Oh, that's where they are.
Oh
probably.
yeah, the giant smoke cloud.
Yeah.
That's them.
Yeah. So let's see.
So, yeah,
Inquisitors
well,
pursue them.
they go inside the power station. Lawson's like, okay, if we pull up this grate, we can go through the tunnel and then close the grate behind us, and everything will be great. Let's
They'll
go.
never catch up to us. So they discover this acid-filled waste tunnel
Yes.
beneath Janix, right? And
They're like, well, shit, we got to get across somehow. The roof is too low for us to jump.
Yeah.
But there's this little hover platform that we can fit 2 people on.
Well, hold on. Before we get there, I think this is the Inquisitor being like, "Who killed all you guys?" He's like, "A fucking Jedi did." So yeah, they pursue them in there. Also, don't get too attached to this guy.
It's our boy Icarus.
Yeah, so go on what you're saying about how they have to get across the river of acid.
So
here.
they find this little hover platform. It can fit 2 people with Spybot pushing them across.
Mm-hmm.
So Lawson and Lawson are the first ones across, and they have this touching little conversation, and Spybot retches a little bit.
Mm. Oh yeah, he's like,
Yeah, I don't like that. So Spybot comes back, and I believe just as he's about to take the next couple people across, the Inquisitors arrive.
Yeah, so Two Boots reflects bitterly on becoming a criminal himself. By the way,
Two Boots and Vario.
Yeah, right. he's having a little bit of trouble with this. Oh my gosh, I used to be the law, now I'm outside the law. I don't know what to do.
His new reality.
Yeah. So
Dagi's like, I sense a disturbance in the force.
Right. I love the shot here where he does like. They do this in Star Wars a lot, where he doesn't hurt his head the whole way. He just kind of like, oh, what is that? Feel a little tickle on my ass, and looks back at the empty hallway, and then turns around, and again, so many shots like this in this show that are just so badass, and then they just show up out of nowhere, and they're so fast, and it's really scary, right? And so thus starts this 2v2. Or sorry, 2v3 duel, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lightsaber blades. Because why the fuck wouldn't you have 8 lightsaber blades, right? And so their mission still is to ferry people across, but hold the Inquisitors off long enough.
And also some stormtroopers show up.
Well, right, yeah.
So the Normies.
Well, because they had to have something for the Mandalorians to do. So yeah, they engage the stormtroopers. Maul, I think, is probably at this point just kind of tired of dealing with the Inquisitors and would very much like for them to fuck off. Where's this shot that I have? Spybot just like pulls his cannons out and is like, "Oh, fuck you guys!"
It starts blasting.
Yeah. Anyway, I just started blasting. And let's see. Is this where the fairy thing gets damaged? Probably. Look at this shot though.
Yeah.
Like
that's really cool.
Now it was a little obvious. Everyone stopped for a pose.
Yes.
But I'll be goddamned if it wasn't really cool.
It was extremely cool.
So more fighting.
Yep. At some point, Maul yells at his people to get going, and Rook and one of the Mandos get across.
Yep.
And Spybot is bringing the ferry back.
Yeah. I think Spybot might accidentally be toward the end. What happens to him? Because I think I've forgotten that I went back.
Yeah.
So
Icarus. Oh my god.
Yeah, this dude. I mean,
he takes out like a dozen stormtroopers.
Yeah, he does a really good job. He takes a bunch of blaster bolts to the chest. And then it was like,
grabs 3
fuck you guys,
stormtroopers, dives into the acid with all of them.
Goes down. Godspeed, sir. What a fucking legend that guy was. So Daki and Devin end up getting across, and it leaves. So you'll see an image from this probably later on, like here in a few frames.
An image that was deeply upsetting for me personally,
and me too. And I think a lot of people who really loved Spybot, the Spybot in the process of him doing his duty for Maul, gets a lightsaber thrown at him by an Inquisitor and is killed.
Yes.
And it is
like you can tell Maul is a little bit peeved about this.
Yeah,
and by that I mean it's like you just killed his dog.
Right. He got pretty pissed. So I do love this moment where he every once in a while when Maul gets really serious, he pulls the lightsabers apart and has 2 of them.
But like so it's just the Jedi.
Here's
and Maul
Spybot.
left.
This poor guy. God, the real legend of the show.
MVP, yeah. So they end up jumping across the hover platform, and the hover platform sinks into the acid.
Yeah,
and
but everyone gets away.
Yes,
right.
So they got away.
I think
heading through the tunnel.
I think Maul still
He has Rook and one Mando, and that's it.
Right, and then the light side group, mostly.
Yeah, light side gang.
And then he takes a little bit of damage maybe on his leg. I can't remember.
Maybe a little, but
so anyway, things are looking up. They're seeing the
Yes.
light at the end of the tunnel,
Mhm.
which is this light at
Yes.
the end of the tunnel. And then they realize, or I think maybe Daki realizes, he's like, there might be something in there.
yeah.
And this is
Because
right.
like they get out of the tunnel into the very foggy jungle,
Mhm.
and like I think Maul's leg is bugging him. So
Yeah.
Rook is like, "Don't worry, I'll take my Mando and we'll scout ahead."
Oh yeah, you're right. And then she comes running back. She's like, "Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!" Yeah.
And then gets dragged back into the fog.
Yes.
And then
Also, this look from Daki, who's like,
What the fuck is
what
that?"
is happening?"
And then from the mists, who should emerge but motherfucking Darth Vader?
Yeah, and it's pretty cool. Like, this is so badass.
There's a little like the Inquisitors have a line after the good guys get away about tell him they're coming out of the tunnel or
Mhm.
something, and this is who they're telling.
Yep. Oh yeah, you're right. Yes, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. That's when I started thinking that we were going to see Vader. Let's take just a minute to talk about this. I know one of our fellow Star Wars fans was in the chat last week, Jimmy, who every show, and Jimmy, I say this with love. This is not me reading you at all, but every show that's come out since he's been following our page, he's the guy in the chat who's like, "Do you think Vader will show up in this one?" And most of the time he's wrong,
Yeah.
right? But this time he was right. Right now, this is the weird thing: is that I understand the argument that at this point Emperor Palpatine is probably a little too busy to be personally dealing with.
Right. He
Things like
has
this.
an entire galaxy
Yes.
to consolidate power in.
However, he does have a special situationship
Mm-hmm.
with Maul, right?
Yes.
He murdered his brother right in front of him. He was his original apprentice before Dooku, and I imagined for a moment that Palpatine would be the one to show up, just because he's got that special link with Maul. I don't think he would show up for literally anyone else, by the way. But also the fact that aside from Maul trying to run Anakin over with a speeder bike on Tatooine,
Yeah.
hasn't had a lot of dealings with Anakin or Vader, other than hearing about him and like knowing there's some like
Does
psycho.
he even know Darth Vader exists?
I don't think so.
'Cause, like-
well, no, because he asks. He's like,
Yeah, he's like,
you're not
"What
an
the
Inquisitor."
fuck are
Yeah,
you?
right. So yeah, another terrifying detail, by the way, is that Vader doesn't have a single line of dialogue through either of these episodes.
And thank fucking God,
Yeah.
because Disney has the rights to AI replicate
James Earl
Jones's
Jones, yeah.
voice.
Yep.
Thank God they didn't use that.
Yeah, it would have been
It would have been really fucking weird.
Yeah, it would have been weird. Also, you would think that with those rights. So, did you play Star Wars Outlaws?
No.
Spoiler alert: Vader shows up in that too. And I don't know who voices him, and I'm sure they're a great voice actor, but it sounds really bad. It doesn't sound anything like Vader. It's very strange and kind of goofy. So I'm also, he's just, to me, he's more terrifying this way when he just doesn't say anything the whole time. Like,
He becomes a horror movie
Right, yeah.
monster.
so all right, let me
So
catch
this
up
is
on
where
my notes.
episode 10 starts.
Yeah. So
So the Mandalorians are dead.
Yeah.
It's just Lightside Gang and Maul.
So Daki tells the others to escape while he and Maul delay Vader,
Mhm.
right? Also, look at this this made it on our thumbnail today. There are going to be a lot of shots of Vader just aura
Yeah.
farming with a lightsaber, and I'm so sorry. So
Do not apologize for that.
in their opening, so before he tells them to leave, in their opening, I guess, bout with Vader,
Mhm.
even though there are 3 of them,
Vader is kicking their asses
Yeah.
and not even trying.
right?
that
It's
hard.
they're so, even all of them at once are so easily outclassed that I think like Daki's like, oh shit, we're never gonna
Yeah.
make it out of here alive. So he orders Devin to fuck
get
off.
outta here.
Yeah, and Maul and I will take care of it, and then
Mhm.
so they fight, and then I think Daki and Maul are like, oh, maybe we should leave too,
Yes.
because this is very bad for us, and they get ahead of him.
Because
but
as we know from Battlefront 2, Vader does not run.
Yeah.
He just walks very
yes,
purposefully.
right. But he shows up and
Mhm.
starts pulling the fucking building around.
Yes,
and
because
everything.
they've gotten some jungle ruins or whatever.
Right. And there's more fighting.
Mhm.
And a lot of these shots are just going to be fighting, and there's not much we can say about it other than it's amazing.
Yeah.
The fight choreography is so good. Vader is such an imposing presence, and there's more than like there are several times during this fight where one thing I noticed that I really love is how differently he moves. And it looks a lot like the films.
Yeah.
Because when you watch Vader fight in the original films, because of the costume, there was no story reason for this.
It was just David Prowse is inside this giant heavy suit.
Right, and
he
couldn't move very much. They ended up making story around it about how it was him protecting his breathing apparatus and stuff. They preserved that in this fight, and it's really cool. He never raises his shoulders up very high. He keeps his stance like really centered. And there are also times where he doesn't do anything fancy with his lightsaber. He just beats them down.
Yeah.
And it's just like he hits them so hard that they just like they get knocked down, and they don't. It's like these Jedi are so used to all this graceful fighting and everything, and Vader's just beating them the fuck down. And it's like they don't know how to handle
There's
it.
also a nice touch where like 3 or 4 times he just uses the Force to push Daki around.
Yeah.
And Daki just goes flying like
I
a
think
ragdoll.
I imagine that in this like if you're Vader and you're kind of sizing everyone up on the fly, I imagine that Palpatine probably told him about Maul, so he knew what to expect there.
Although not telling him about Maul would also be a very Palpatine
right.
thing to
He
do.
would have thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just gonna send that motherfucker in there and see how he handles it.
Like there's 3 Jedi down there.
Yeah.
Go get them.
I imagine Maul probably sees Daki as the first one he can kill easily, because he's older and he doesn't move as fast.
Or he sees him as the Jedi Master and perceives him as the biggest threat.
Or maybe, yeah. And does not really seem to notice Devin very much at all at first. He doesn't seem that interested.
Yeah, she's just some dumb
Right.
kid.
So also, can I take a moment to? Okay, so you're aware of the 7 forms of lightsaber combat.
Yes.
Okay, and are you aware? Do you know about Yoda's?
Ataru.
Yes. Okay, which is centered around
movement and
acrobatics and
speed.
everything. This is the lightsaber form Daki uses, right?
Because I thought he and Devin were using a lot of Soresu.
If you watch him, he does lots of flipping around Vader and like he's back here and then he's up. It looks a lot like Yoda for a while in this fight. Maybe he knows more than one.
Probably.
Yeah. He is old,
Mm-hmm.
so he probably has studied more than one. Yeah. Where are we in the notes here?
There's one point.
There's so much lightsaber.
In this, yeah.
There's so much lightsaber fighting, and it is fucking glorious.
There's one point in this where Maul's like, "You are not an Inquisitor. What the fuck are you?"
Yeah.
And Vader just resumes beating him down.
Yeah. I love this where he does the Vader loves this move
Yeah.
where he picks someone up with the Force and just flings them around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, if you play Jedi Academy, you can get Force choke, and you can do that too. It's very fun.
Do you know that one of our best performing reels on Facebook is a mission I'm doing with Kyle Katarn on, I think, Voss?
Oh, yeah.
The acid rain
Yes.
planet?
Yeah.
Where I run into a room and there are 2 Sith like ready to fight you, and I get nervous and I back off because I'm really scared.
Yeah.
And then Kyle Katarn comes out of nowhere and just starts beating their ass. And the caption is Master Katarn saves my ass. Anyway. This is where he knocks Maul down.
Oh yeah.
And I think Maul legit is like,
And like,
what?
yeah, Maul gets his hip injured.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And then Devin comes in and fucking saves the day.
Yeah. She does that a couple of times. She and Maul work together to force push him, and he just kind of like disappears into the fog because of course he does. Like even when he gets force pushed, he's like, how can I turn this into an aura farm?
Yeah.
So they take this. They pull down all the stones.
They pull
and
down the
stuff.
temple
Yeah.
and they keep fucking running.
Yeah, because they're like, maybe we can get away now.
What? We just gotta get to the ship.
Yeah.
Just get to the ship. Lightsabers can't fly mostly.
Yeah. So everyone else, so like the Lawsons,
the normies.
yeah, They're in the forest now. I
Mhm.
think they're trying to find Dryden's ship, right? Or Dryden Voss's
They're
ship.
trying to find the landing site.
Dryden Voss
It's like, yo,
calls
Mario,
him, yeah.
you got 5 minutes. I'm gonna be there. Don't fucking be late.
Make sure Maul isn't getting mauled
Yes.
by a fucking Sith Lord.
I need Maul.
Yeah.
He is the entire reason I'm coming
Yeah.
here. If he's not there, I'm not picking any of you
Yeah.
up.
And Vario's like, ah, fuck.
He'll be there.
Yeah. He's like, we ran into a bit of a problem. You know what? Don't let
Don't
me
worry
blame-
about it.
I don't
We'll
want
be
to. Yeah,
there.
you don't need details.
Yeah.
It's fine. Everything will be fine. So they are basically I think the point of this conversation here is that Daki is like, if we work together and we cover one another's weaknesses up, we will win this fight.
We will get out alive.
Right.
And Maul's like, nah, fuck that
Yeah.
shit.
He's
You
like,
gotta unleash your anger
Yeah.
and use every bit of
Yeah.
wrath you have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
fucking kill that motherfucker.
you gotta get pissed, and that's how you beat Vader. And yeah.
Daki is like, don't listen to him, Devin.
He like covers Devin's ears. He's like, no, not in front of the
No,
kid.
no,
Yeah.
not in front of not in front of the impressionable Padawan.
I do love this bit where there's lots of conversation. It all boils down to, hey, you need to
You gotta use the dark side.
I do appreciate that even though Daki vehemently disagrees with him, is afraid for Devin, also isn't above helping Maul stand the fuck up. And he's this dude.
Well, Daki realizes that they're in a situation where they need every ally they can get.
I think he's also just
he's a
fucking
just
Jedi.
Compassionate.
Yeah. This is Vader just busting through the wall and showing up like like Jason Voorhees, right? And just busts right through the wall, starts fighting again. So Devin runs
on ahead to catch up with the Lawsons, except, oh god, there's 2 Inquisitors there.
Yeah. And
she's just like,
I wonder if Vader teaches a class on aura farming.
Maybe.
Like, if all the Inquisitors have to go to this class.
Maybe it's just a dark side thing.
He's like, basically, what you need to do is make sure that your fight happens somewhere that looks really epic. Ruins are great if you can manage it. Bonus points if there's a rolling fog that comes in. And basically what you do is you just stand there.
At every opportunity, you got to pose like a badass.
Yes. Yeah, you stand there and look like a badass. And then always make sure you turn your lightsabers on at the same time. These guys probably aced that class. Probably, is what I'm saying. Yeah. And Devin shrugs off her robe and she's like, well, I guess I'm going to whoop your ass.
Guess we're doing this.
And I love the movement of these Inquisitors, by the way. We see a little bit of this when they appear in the tunnel earlier in the power station.
They do the fucking Naruto run.
Yeah, and they're almost too fast for the camera to see them and shit. Another thing that they do really well in this episode is that in all of the lightsaber fights, this goes for the last episode as well. They do a really good job of maintaining the geography of where everything is.
Yeah.
So you know exactly where everyone is, how where they started and how they got to where they got and everything.
It's very good fight direction.
Yes, it is. So Daki and Maul are still going after Vader, and Daki gets yeeted out of the temple. And he looks over to see Devin fighting the Inquisitors. I think maybe even a moment of like,
should I go help her?
Yeah, but also maybe she's not doing that bad.
Yeah,
all right.
She's not dead yet.
Yeah.
Also, borrow my lightsaber. For a second.
Right. She does get in trouble, and he tosses the lightsaber, and she gets her business
uses it to
done.
block both Inquisitors at the same time.
So. What a precarious position to be in. On one side, you have 2 Inquisitors. One of them looks like a fucking Birdman. On the other side is
Darth fucking
whatever
Vader.
the fuck that is, right? And so, like, if I'm Maul, I'm like, oh, well, how am I getting out of this?
How can I use this to my advantage?
Right. Yeah. So, they take on the Inquisitors, right? And Maul fights Vader a little bit. I think this is right around when we find out that there's
so the Lawsons got to the landing site, but there's a bunch of stormtroopers there.
Yeah,
because Vader clearly got here somehow.
Well, he always travels with an entire entourage, right? And not only are there a bunch of stormtroopers, but there's also a Lambda class shuttle, which is going to be a problem for when Dryden Voss comes in. So they're like, well, we need to figure out a way to. There's
also a stormtrooper operated cannon.
Yes, an E-Web. More fighting,
Yep.
more badass fighting, just the coolest fucking fighting I've ever seen. So they come up with a little plan. They're like,
Yep.
well, maybe.
So Vario, you're gonna run and be a distraction
Yep.
while we attack the stormtroopers.
And let me tell you, Vario loves this idea. He thinks it's fucking. He thinks it's a great idea.
Two Boots is gonna grab the cannon and shoot down the shuttle.
Here's Bird.
That's their plan.
Here's Birdman
Mhm.
with a lightsaber. You know what we didn't find out?
What's that?
I kind of thought that Marak would die.
He does get knocked off into an abyss, but we never see a body.
I think in all the excitement, I might have forgotten about that. Maybe
Yeah,
that is how
he
he
gets
dies.
knocked off the bridge, but like we don't see a body, so I'm not sure that he's dead.
Yeah,
But he's out of the fight.
yeah.
At least.
It's Star Wars. Even when you see a body, sometimes it means they're not dead.
Yeah. No one's ever really gone.
Yeah. So this is Daki and Vader's fight, right?
Yeah. So Daki and Maul are fighting Vader, and then Maul turns around at one point to see Devin and an Inquisitor going at it. And he's like, I think I might just have an opportunity here.
Wait, is this while she's in the temple you were talking about?
Yes.
Right, because she's fighting them.
Because like she gets across the bridge.
Yeah, there's the E-Web that they're
that Two Boots is about to
Oh,
appropriate.
which by the way, I love that he like Two Boots is the one that grabs the E-Web. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
He fires at the line to class shuttle. It explodes and crashes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Daki and Maul
versus
Vader. Yeah.
And at a certain point, Maul's just going to step back and force push Daki into Vader. Like, here, go get him.
It's real shitty.
Yes.
You know.
But it's who Maul is and what he does.
I love this, by the way, where
he's force choking Daki.
He stops the blade with his hand.
Yep.
And then he tries to hit Maul, and Maul's like, I know that trick too, motherfucker. So yeah, I think this is where he abandons.
He sends Daki to die, basically.
Yeah, and
follows Devin.
He's like, I'm gonna go get your Padawan. Ha, ha, I win. And they fight. Daki does fairly good job.
Yeah, he doesn't go out like a chump.
Yeah, he does get a hit on Vader.
Mm-hmm.
He hits him in the arm, I think. And for an older Jedi who has sustained wounds throughout
and who is definitely not the chosen one.
Yeah. And he's been hurt probably throughout the season, right? He's been sustaining injuries and stuff. He does fairly well. However, it's he's no match for Vader.
It is inevitable.
Yeah. And Vader's able to get him down. And
it just starts beating him over and over and over again.
And then he kills him, which is here in a frame. I seriously, I didn't.
You took a lot.
Yeah. Every time I saw a lightsaber, I was like, "Oh, gotta put that in the slideshow." Yep. So here we go. He gets knocked down. He gets killed.
Yep.
It's very sad. I'm pretty sure Daki sees it, or not Daki.
Devin does.
Devin, yeah.
She
Devin
sees it happen, and that's what kicks her over to the dark side.
Which, by the way, I noticed that Lawson saw Maul push, Daki into Vader, and has this look like, of course he did. What a motherfucker. So yeah, she's preoccupied with the Inquisitors when Daki dies. Which, by the way, Godspeed, sir. What as far as like epic Jedi portrayals go in a good Star Wars story,
he's doing his best.
Yeah, he had a pretty good one.
Devin's
Devin
like,
isn't so crazy. Yeah,
fuck no.
Yeah, that's bad. And so she goes back to fighting. Maul is watching him the whole time, and he's like, "This girl's about to flip the fuck out. Like, come on, man. Like, I need you to do it." And she gets knocked down by the Inquisitor.
Yep, and Birdman's about to go fuck her up.
And
Maul's like, have half my lightsaber.
I brought you a red lightsaber. And she's like, you know what?
I think red's my color.
Yeah, let's go. And so they work together and they fight their way out of the Inquisitors. So this is Dryden showing up.
Dryden shows up to land.
Yeah, he pulls up and then it's like, everybody get on. Where the fuck's Maul? And they're like,
He's coming.
He's on his way.
So Lawson realizes that everyone else is pinned down and that he has to.
And his son will almost surely die.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he says, "Fucking Two Boots, get Riley to his mom. Riley, I love you," and then goes out, guns blazing.
Grabs the E-Web and and
shoots it until it can't shoot no more, and then pulls out his blaster and shoots till it won't shoot no more.
And another fucking legend, by the way. Another Godspeed to you, sir. So
Riley's like, okay, I want to go kill Vader now. And Maul's like, girl.
Devin, you mean?
Yes. Devin.
Mhm.
Devin's like, I want to go kill Vader now, and Maul's like, girl, I couldn't even kill Vader.
Yeah.
Tell
And
you what,
I'm way better than you.
let me train you up. I'll teach you everything I know. And
Well, hold on. So she does go up against Vader. It doesn't last too long, but the temple comes down around Vader. And there's a shot of a rock hitting Vader, and he's like, "Ow, motherfucker!"
He's just annoyed.
Yeah. I love all of these shots, by the way, of her. So throughout the whole show, she's had her blue lightsaber, and it casts her in a different light. Obviously, now that she has the red lightsaber, you can tell that she's completely given into rage, and she's definitely more Mauls now than she ever was Daki's. So this is him. He's like, girl, I will teach you some pretty neat tricks. Yeah. So they get on the ship. Everyone is pretty upset for their losses. Yeah, their losses and everything.
Dryden's like, yo, Maul, you owe me one. Maul's like, I thought you'd never ask.
Yeah. He's like, you're still going to kill that guy, right? And he's like, yes. Jesus, I said I would. And then,
do you know who I am? Killing people is what I do.
Yeah. And this is where he sits down and he's like, I know you're pissed. I know you want to kill Vader. This is a good feeling to hold on to. You and I are going to do some great work together.
And Devin says, I'm ready.
Yeah, I guess so. And that's the end.
Yeah.
And what a great season it was, by the way. I really enjoyed this. I'm really glad that there's a second season that we'll be having eventually. So, yeah.
Good show.
Shall we read some comments real quick?
Oh, I think we can.
I wonder if our intern sent me...
This Icarus flew too close to the acid is a...
Wait, what did he do? I don't know if I can... All right. Well, anyway, Ian says hello there. We already said that. Musa says hello there. Big Brain Trump says, give me milk. We have not gotten to the boys section of our recap yet, so stick around. Ian says, so good to see Dryden back. Can't wait to see his angry red glow face at some point in season 2. That is a really neat detail that we don't see a ton of in Solo: A Star Wars Story, but he has what appear to be like almost stretch marks on his face that deepen and they smarten when he gets upset or emotional. They kind of turn purple and stuff. A little detail they put in the film, but it's kind of hard to see.
Spybot's demise turned me into Crybot.
Yeah,
me too.
That was
me too.
Yeah. I like how Maul used the Sith scream. That was like 2 episodes ago, wasn't it?
He used it in this one too.
Oh, did he?
I think so.
Did he do the
he doesn't
820
do
or whatever?
The twirl, no, but
well, then does it count?
I think so.
Yeah. Riley's dad is the chief, so of course it's stun shots only for now. Oh, I as soon as Riley is of age, I'm sure he's dropping stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Stormtroopers body dropping and relief moment after Marak was checking him out was such a great touch. Choking, yeah. I was like, checking him out. The trooper didn't like being choked out for telling the truth for sure. And I do like that comment about Spybot turning into Crybot. Yeah, Vader versus Maul, Daki and Devin fight in the Force reminded me of Acolyte's Night episode, which by the way is some really good lightsaber play too. Like you guys should all check it out. Did you see that?
Mermaid Jacinto kills literally everybody.
Yeah, all the Jedi ever. Yeah. Did you see that Star Wars Acolyte is kind of experiencing a little bit of an underground resurgence right now?
Okay, cool.
And it's probably because a lot of people are watching Maul, and since
they're like, "Hey, I want more lightsabers."
Yeah, so that's cool. I mean, if anything, Acolyte is worth it just to watch the cool lightsaber stuff. Like it is really, really cool. So when Vader is pounding his lightsaber on Master Daki, as he knocks him to the ground, remind me of Luke whooping him in Return of the Jedi. Oh yeah.
I think that parallel is intentional.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Lawson died.
He died.
He definitely saw what Maul. Well, I actually don't think that we see him get dropped.
True.
I think he just goes into the fog, and actually, I could see them keeping him alive, because that would be complex for Riley, right? If he was still alive.
And Devin as well.
Yeah.
If he ever tells Devin, hey, you know who set up your master to get killed?
Yeah. All right. We're moving on to Daredevil.
Yes.
which was also the season finale,
Season
by the
finale,
way.
yeah.
And another really good like season finale. I really
Out
enjoyed
of 9 blind justice statues, how many would you give
this. A
this?
7.
7?
Yeah, give it a 7. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 7.5.
Yeah.
But I think that's a pretty good score.
The end with Fisk.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh shit, goddamn. So we're doing spoilers for Daredevil. If you've not seen it, go watch it. Come back. If you don't care, stick around. Let us know what you thought in the comments. This one opens up in a time before everything was crazy.
A little flashback.
Yeah, Karen and Matt go to a Thai place, I think.
Indian, I think.
Or India. It's a famous place, I understand, in New York, where they have Christmas lights up all year round or something. They have a little cute, you know.
Yeah, they have a little date.
Right. Meanwhile, back in the present, they're in court, and they're like, "So is Matt Murdock going to show up?" And they're like, "Don't know.
Yes,
have no idea."
I mean, he kind of got shot, so they're comcomplicating factors.
Yeah.
But
And the lawyer's like, I'm texting him, and Karen's like, "Is he dead?" Oh no. He's not dead. He's getting patched up by
Jessica Jones,
by
who
Jessica Jones.
is possibly the least sympathetic patcher-upper ever.
Right, yeah. Right, I would want a more motherly figure, I think, if I'm getting my wounds
Which is funny
patched up.
because Jessica is literally a mother.
Yeah, and I'm sure she's a great mother to that little girl, but not a good mother to literally anyone else. This is a conversation between Fisk and Buck about Daniel.
So Buck comes in, Fisk is like, "So did Daniel tell us where BB is?" And Buck is like, "No, sir, he did not."
Yeah, now he's dead.
Fisk is like, "Oh,
well,
that is surprising and a little bit troubling."
So Matt shows up to court, and he's like, "You missed, bitches. I'm still here."
Also, objection.
Yeah, he does walk in right as his former girlfriend is taking the stand with her anti-vigilante bullshit.
Yep.
Anti-vigilante. That's got like a good rhyme to it. And this look she has when he walks in.
It's like, this motherfucker.
Yeah. So basically, do you want to walk us through this argument that ends up kind of coalescing around this?
So her argument is that the actual person is the mask that the vigilante presents to the public, and the person they pretend to be in everyday life.
Yeah, their public facing persona.
Yes,
yeah.
is the pretend person.
Yeah. So basically, Bruce Wayne is the pretend, but Batman's the actual.
Yes.
The actual person. Yeah. This confused me.
Yes,
for a second.
It confused me as well.
Yeah, because I was like, okay,
wait a minute, that's Bullseye.
Yeah, which I guess it's supposed to.
This is supposed to be a frame job.
Yeah, and well, I was like, hold on, it's Bullseye, but like Ice is like walking around behind, like they know he's there.
What the fuck's going
so
on
like,
with
what is
that?
happening? So
Matt's like, okay, we want to introduce this evidence that we think will be exculpatory for my client.
Yeah.
And the DA is like, it's a fucking video test. Like, you want to introduce this random video of this person who hasn't been sworn in or anything?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah,
and
we can't cross-examine them. And...
It was properly depositioned. Like, it's all legal.
Yeah. Also, let's not pretend like this guy isn't now buried somewhere in the woods.
Yeah.
So yeah,
in multiple pieces.
Yeah.
So
no,
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No.
So they call Wilson fucking Fisk to the stand.
Right. I do love this moment where the judges are like, "You sure you want to do this?" And Matt's like, "Oh yeah, I've been looking forward to it. I call Mayor Wilson Fisk to the stand," and he walks in, and it's like the dude knows how to command a room. By the way, like he walks into every room like a badass. I like how there's a moment where he hears Wilson's heartbeat. And he's
like, I got him.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, this is gonna go pretty well. Ice shows up,
of course,
as a show of solidarity,
show of force, really.
Yeah, probably almost certainly intimidation.
And Fisk gives this little speech
about
completely unprompted.
I don't even think they swear him in yet.
They did.
Oh, did they?
They swore him in, and then he said, when I was a little kid, I was told to go for the biggest motherfucker in the room and drop him.
Yeah.
But becoming mayor has taught me that there is nothing bigger than the institutions our society rests upon.
And that's like, oh, you're going right into that. Okay, you're going right into that. That was beautiful. That was great. Anyway, we need to talk about this stuff now.
Yes.
And asks him a bunch of leading questions. About everything.
Half of which get objected to.
Yeah. And sustained because like it's really clear that these judges are mostly in the pocket of Fisk, if not like on the way. So
Oh yeah, these are the ice guys in the
the
other
real
building.
the real bullseye shows
Yeah, the
up.
real bullseye shows up and starts ricocheting his knives all around the
This
room.
shit is so funny because he kills the guards, right? And then he sees like fake bullseye and was like, "The fuck is this?"
What the hell,
Yeah.
man?
And
you
then
can't take my trademark.
yeah, the guy tries to draw
Fake
on him.
bullseye tries to pull out his gun and gets
Yeah.
knifed like
Yeah.
5 times.
He's like, "If you're the real bullseye, that wouldn't have happened. You fucking chump."
poser.
I do love this. He just like flips it around and hits him right in the forehead with it. Yeah. And then he grabs the gun. He's like, "Look at this piece of shit gun. I'd never use this piece of shit gun." And he's like, "Well, what are they looking at here? What's going on here?"
That's the front of the courthouse.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. So back in the courthouse, they're more legalese, more sparring and such. I think at some point in here,
This is where he wants to introduce the deposition
Right.
from the first mate of the ship.
well, he kind of directly accuses him as well.
Yeah.
He's like, "This is the deal. You had a free port. You're using it to smuggle weapons." And Fisk is like, "You would never have video evidence of a man saying that is true." And Matt's like, "Well, actually,"
I do have video
I
evidence
do.
of a man saying that
Yeah.
that's true.
and the judges are like, "You know what? All right, let's see it." Yeah.
I mean, if it was a deposition done in front of a properly accredited lawyer,
Yeah.
sure.
So they show the deposition of the first mate of the Morning Star.
Just me, or does this guy look a lot like what's his name? Joel from The Last of Us.
Pedro Pascal?
A little bit.
Oh, he doesn't look like that to me at all.
Maybe it's just this screenshot.
That's the thing is that Pedro Pascal's been in so many things that we see him everywhere now.
Maybe. So basically, he says we were under orders to scuttle the ship if it was boarded. The captain said it was the Kingpin in Greek, but we both knew it was the mayor.
we knew it was the mayor. And Fisk is like, "Son of a bitch."
So what it boils down to is that this is hearsay.
Yeah.
Like if there's nothing to back it up, then it's not really evidence.
Mm.
Matt's like, well, what if we had the testimony of someone else who was on board that ship who
Yep.
could corroborate that?
Yeah.
Would that contribute to it? And the
They're like,
judges are like,
"Probably."
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Do you know someone who was on the Morning Star?
well, Mayor Fisk was Daredevil on that ship, and Fisk says, well, yes.
You know he was.
And so Matt's like, okay, well, guess what, courtroom? I'm Daredevil.
I'm Daredevil.
And I say that everything on that video was correct.
Surprise! I like how the one.
His proof is that he throws his cane
Yeah,
and
he catches
ricochets
it. Yeah,
around
yeah,
and
yeah.
catches it again.
I like how the look on the one ICE agent was like, "I got my ass whipped by a blind dude." Oh no! This obviously is a huge surprise. This entire speech he gives about being Daredevil, by the way, kind of puts Karen into tears. She's like, it is a pretty badass moment.
Because not only is he saving her life, very realistically, but he's also doing it by confessing his biggest secret. And, like, even if it wasn't for ICE running around New York City, he would be wanted for crimes related to vigilanteism.
Right.
Because, like, you can't just run around beating people up outside the law.
Yeah, so he's taking a pretty big risk. I like how Fisk is like,
you dumb motherfucker.
yeah, hold on a second.
Like,
Is this good for me or bad for me?
I was going to reveal that.
Yeah.
Like,
I do like how the judge is like, oh, okay.
well, given that this court is based on the entire purpose of this court is to uphold a law that was only put into place to protect Fisk's criminal dealings, we're immediately disbanding this court.
Yep.
Miss Page, you're free to go. Mayor Fisk, you're under arrest. Court adjourned.
Yep. Bye. Also, I feel like this judge I think she was the one that was painted as the most sympathetic.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's still kind of a bad person, I think, because she allowed all this shit to happen. But we see, like, they do some character building with her a little earlier. Like in one of the previous episodes, she clearly has a drug problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Swordsman's trial.
Right. So, like, that there's some shit going on.
Yeah.
And
like, she knows that this is wrong, and she's going along with it because she feels like she has to.
Oh man, the governor. Which, by the way, the governor and Jessica Jones show up, and they are waiting for him outside. Which I love the idea that the governor and Jessica Jones are just hanging out. I think they're just friends now or whatever.
Really good detail. Like, you can see around the governor's neck
Where
the red
she was-
mark where she was
yep.
choked out. She's wearing a scarf.
Yep.
Which reminds me of our friend Catherine that one time.
Oh, Oh no.
Moving on.
Oh yeah, we probably shouldn't get into that.
No.
None of our friends were choked. Not
It was consensual.
Not against
Moving on.
Yeah. God.
So the governor is like, hey, you're fucked. This is the part where you resign.
Mm.
And if you don't, I will bring charges.
Yeah, he's like,
we'll see about that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I still got some moves moves to play. So this is out in the lobby of the courthouse,
Yes.
right?
They're all walking out,
Yeah.
and Fisk is like, Daredevil, you dumb son of a bitch.
I like how he says it's over, old man.
Mm-hmm.
And Fisk is like, oh, don't you call me that.
Also, wouldn't you like to walk out this door?
Yeah. You first.
And his ICE agent is like, hey,
fake bullseye.
Hey, bullseye, take the shot.
Fake bullseye, shoot this motherfucker.
And real bullseye is like, you got the wrong bullseye.
Yep, not the
buddy.
right bullseye. And also, is that Buck? Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him instead. And so he shoots Buck.
I think he was aiming for
Fisk, probably.
but
Yeah,
Buck got in the way.
I think you're right. Yeah. So this puts the entire courthouse into lockdown.
Courthouse is on lockdown,
Yeah.
Understandably.
The news shows up.
ICE is outside keeping out the mob.
Yeah. So they have the heroes in one room,
Yes.
and then I think Fisk and the bad guys
Fisk
are.
and his cronies
Yeah.
are in the courtroom. The good guys are in the judge's chambers with Jessica stealing some booze.
I do like how they're like. It would have been funny for them to be all stuck in the same room during this, because that would have been pretty like that would have been pretty dramatic.
So BB puts out a new
no, this isn't BB. This is Fisk. He puts out his own video first. Who's like, you like, I'm the
People
best
of New
mayor
York,
ever. Yeah,
I'm doing all this for you. I love this city. I love you. We're going to make it a better place. I promise.
yeah. Go out and kill everyone I don't like in my name, and I'll shower you with cookies, and I'll pay your I'll pay your legal fees. And so there is unrest in the streets.
Motivated by BB getting out here and saying, hey, Mayor Fisk is full of shit.
Yep.
Go get that son of a bitch.
Yep. I do like how there's in that little presentation she does, there's a picture of Daniel, which I was like, oh man, I really liked him. Do we have to kill him?
Honestly, probably.
Yeah. It definitely made more sense. I know we were talking earlier about how there was an
the
alternate
original plan was for Daniel to survive the previous episode and to be involved in this one, but the writers realized that it made more sense for Buck to knock him off. So they CG'd him
getting shot.
They CG'd the gunshot and then just edited Gandolfini Jr. out of the show.
So all the good guys start showing up. Cherry and
including
the one detective
mob.
guy. Yeah, right. They all have their cute like Daredevil masks and shit.
Jessica's like, surprise, motherfucker! I brought your costume.
I brought your wardrobe, bitch. Let's go. Do we find out, by the way?
I think
Buck lives,
survives.
right? Yeah. We don't see him at the end, but they didn't show him dying.
Because like he got shot in the midsection, but like all throughout this, he's applying pressure, and they're taking as good a care of him as they can.
This is Jessica Jones raiding the liquor cabinet.
I think her quote is "Thank God for jurisprudence" or something.
This is kind of
yes. So ICE is having a showdown with the angry mob.
Yep. Oh, there's a moment here where the DA talks to a psychology lady and was like, maybe we just let all this flame out on its own and we get the fuck out.
And then she punches him in the throat.
Right, because he's like, and by get the fuck out, I mean, you will not get fuck. And she's like, no, I don't think so. Right in the throat. He probably deserves it. Not that she's well balanced or anything, but he's also a piece of shit. Yeah. So, there's this
Cherry
moment.
Comes up and is talking to ICE. And ICE is like, hey, fucking shoot that guy. And the agent's like, I'm not going to shoot that guy.
No, he's a cop. And he's like, no, he's a fucking bad guy.
He's one of them. Fucking
he doesn't have
him.
a gun. I don't care.
And finally, burn face guy just kind of butt smacks
Yeah,
his boss.
he's like,
he's like, okay, just fucking let
you're
him in.
relieved of duty.
Like,
I love the selfie these guys are taking.
Just been revoked.
Yeah. Things are boiling over, and it's very obvious that the mob will soon be inside the building.
Yes.
The
state attorney general is trying to get a hold of Fisk to get him a deal.
Yeah, which at first he's like, no, I don't. I'll not now, not ever.
Yes.
Is that ever going to happen?
And then the second time, his assistant is like, look, this is the only way out of this for you. It's the best you're gonna get. Fucking just take the deal. And he says, no.
He's like, look, either I take the deal or I go out there and I beat the shit out of everyone I see. I'm doing that.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of
Yeah.
everyone I see.
So
So he
op-
like the angry mob has gotten to the courtroom.
Yeah.
Fisk opens the doors and just starts punching everyone.
Oh my god! And
It
this
is the Vader scene from Rogue One.
This first guy, he kills first hit.
He kills most of them.
Yeah,
honestly,
like one hit to the face, that man is dead.
yes,
And he picks one guy up and
like
just smashes
breaks his back against a corner.
It's so crazy. This is like, if you're gonna make Kingpin terrifying, this is a good way to do it. And what's funny is I really thought that the boxing match was going to be like what they did to make him feel really terrifying. I did not realize
that was just a lead up for this.
And he, like, I'm sure maybe later on he'll argue that this is self-defense, or I don't know if he'll ever.
I don't think he even gets prosecuted for this.
But he is just murdering these people,
Yes.
like, right and left.
It's a neat little parallel because at the same time, Daredevil and Jessica Jones are fighting their way through the ice goons who are going off to kill them.
And they're very careful not to, because they're the good guys. Oh, I'm sure Jessica Jones doesn't care, probably one way or another.
No.
Yeah.
And at one point, Little White Tiger shows up.
Oh yeah, she helps Daredevil out.
Yeah.
I do appreciate how they both have their own little conflicts that they're a part of. Everything comes to a head in the lobby.
So Daredevil and company get out to the lobby with the angry mob, and Fisk comes up on the landing and is like, "You dumb motherfuckers!
Yeah.
I am the Senate.
Yeah, I am the Senate.
I am New York City."
That's a pretty good Wilson Fisk he just did. That sounded kind of like him.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, if you want me to stop being the mayor, you're going to have to come up here and try to kick my ass yourself.
And
they're
the mob
like,
is like,
all right.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
And Daredevil's like, no, stop.
This is what he wants, yeah. He does just beat the shit out of
He kills
them.
a couple more of them,
Yeah.
but eventually he gets knocked down.
They get him down,
and
yeah.
start
There are
stomping him.
too many of them, yeah. And then Daredevil saves him.
He's like, okay, look, we got to stop this.
Mhm.
Like, this is just going to keep going on and on. More and more people are going to get hurt and killed.
Yeah.
Like,
We're both responsible.
it's not worth it.
Yeah.
We just both got to stop.
Yeah. Maybe we both leave.
And Fisk is like, no, I'm not going to stop.
Not
Daredevil's
now,
like,
not ever.
Please. And Fisk is like,
all right.
okay.
All right.
All right.
You asked nicely.
Someone get the Attorney General on the phone. I'll take the fucking deal.
Also,
You might want to clean up all those corpses.
yeah. And get a lawyer. So
I killed many people tonight.
Yeah. So a little time jump.
Mhm.
Paige and
Matt
Matt are
go back out to the Indian restaurant.
They're eating Indian,
Mhm.
but this time's a little different.
They're like, gosh, how are we ever going to adjust to just being normal people again?
He's like, well, actually, the cops just got here, so never, probably.
Yeah, and props to him. Like, as soon as he hears them, he just kneels down on the floor, puts his hands behind his head.
Yeah, and so
they come in and start reading the Miranda rights. He's like, you don't have to do that. I'm a lawyer.
Yeah.
I know what this is about.
So yeah, he's been arrested for all his daredeviling.
Yes.
Yeah, and so he's like, you know what? My job is done.
You
now.
know what? Fair.
Yeah. We find
Yes.
Iron Fist.
Luke Cage.
Yeah, Luke Cage.
Not Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Luke
Yeah.
Cage. Luke Cage comes home from abroad and there's a happy reunion with his family.
Yep.
And he tells Jessica, yeah, apparently Charles found someone else. I don't know what that's about.
A little bit of mystery.
Doesn't last very long, but
BB is now working at the paper where her father or her uncle
Yep.
worked.
And she gets a shoebox full of her uncle's clippings,
Yep.
which is very nice. Here's Charles
Oh my
getting
God.
his million
Oh my God.
mile.
He is
pin.
so impressed by this little card.
Yeah.
She's like, you're at 1,000,000 miles. He's like, no shit.
Oh, no way.
Oh my
That's
God.
great.
And he turns to the guy next to him.
It's
and he's
fucking
like,
Bullseye.
He's like, it's my 1,000,000 miles. And Bullseye's like,
I
"All
don't
right,
care."
Yeah. So is he there to kill him?
No, Bullseye is Charles's guy now.
Oh, okay. That would be the
Yeah,
funniest.
he's the other guy.
That's the funniest shit. If he's there to be his bodyguard and he's like trying to brag about his 1,000,000 miles, and Bullseye's like, please, for the love of
I
God.
don't care.
Yeah. So Jessica Jones has
Her own private eye.
Yep.
Agency.
And this is right. So this is the psychologist lady.
This is Heather, I think her name is.
Yeah.
So she has clearly gone through some shit.
Yep. And
She still has a painting boy's mask.
Yep. And she puts it right
Puts
the
it
fuck on.
yep.
And it's like, now I'm painting boy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Matt passes Ice in the hallway,
Yep.
who are now prisoners as well.
Mhm.
The guy in front, the guy that helps them, gives him a little nod,
Yep.
and the other asshole doesn't look at him. And this is the end of the show. The shot here
Matt's
of him,
locked away in prison. Fisk is on a beach somewhere. He's
Yeah.
left New York apparently.
Because
Because consequences don't exist if you're white and rich in
Right.
America.
there for just a second. Do you remember that post-credit scene in one of the MCU movies where Sam Jackson?
Oh yeah.
I really thought that he was like up in the space station for just a second, and I don't know why.
Can you imagine Sam Jackson being like, okay, we need somebody who can punch really, really hard.
Right.
Who do we got?
Also,
Kingpin, come on down.
Yeah, this is the only way we were able to kill or clean up you murdering a ton of your own citizens. We need to send you into space.
Yeah.
All right, shall we speed run Daredevil?
The Boys, yes.
Oh yeah, the Boys. Spoilers for the Boys. We catch up with this guy. We haven't seen
the legend.
Him. Yeah, in a couple seasons.
Mm-hmm.
He's working at
the movie theater
at an AMC pretty much.
Yeah, a VMC.
Yeah. Oh right.
Because when Homelander came to power, he was blacklisted.
Right.
So M comes in and is like, look, we need to talk.
Yeah, he's trying to find bomb site, right? He wants
and
to
I
find...
swear to God, when they did Firecracker as the Nicole Kidman spot,
you have to remind me when we go back upstairs after this, we have to show John this because I haven't showed him it yet, and he's gonna laugh really hard.
I lost my shit.
Yeah, she does the Nicole Kidman AMC intro that they do, and it's so funny. And basically, the point is here, they're trying to find bomb sites so they get to V1, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is this all about?
Oh yeah, this was them trying.
They're trying to do V1.
So Sage is trying to recreate V1. She might be failing on purpose. She might genuinely not be able to do it.
Yeah, at the very least, Homelander probably believes that she's fucking it up on purpose. So this is, I think this is an ad for their new church, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're trying to figure out. They're still having this hubbub about. Do we do the V1 route and keep our loved ones safe, or do we do the plague?
Yeah.
And Huey obviously doesn't want Starlight to die.
Yes.
And so it's a whole thing.
So we got two teams. Huey and Starlight are going to go to the mega church to set up this spritzer with the virus so that when Homelander's there the next day, it'll infect him and he'll die.
Yeah, and if they can find the V1 before that happens, great.
That's what everyone else is doing. Yeah. They're looking for bomb site in the V1.
Yeah. So basically, this old
Legend
guy
is like, all right, I got a plan.
Yeah. There's probably one person that knows where bomb site is. It's this.
That's his old girlfriend, Golden Geisha.
Yeah. And she's in a retirement village for soups. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Sage knocks Ashley out and then
talks to Baxley.
Yeah, and gives her control over her body, and it's really funny the way she walks and everything. Yeah. I love this. Which, by the way, there will be no live show next week because I have a dentist appointment. But we will reconvene after that, and we will,
because there's only 2 episodes left of the Boys.
Right, and we will be able to give this a lot more attention just because
there won't be anything else.
I love these older soups, by the way. The 70s like white Native American guy. It's so weird.
It made me feel gross watching it.
So they go and it turns out that Kamiko is a really big fan of this soup. And
Golden Geisha.
Yeah, she's not
a fan of the Legend.
Yeah, she's not too happy to see him.
So she basically tells them to fuck off. Yeah. She doesn't know where.
They get kind of accosted by some other older soups, like I think the Native American guy, and then there's a guy or a woman with flames and shit.
Well, yes, but that also happens later. So they come out.
Well, I know they fight him later, but what they
come out and Butcher and MM are like, what do we know? We don't got bomb site. We don't got Golden Geisha. Like, what the fuck are we doing? We're gonna have to go put the thumb screws on.
And basically, Legend is like, well, you're turning into Billy Butcher. I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, okay, well, whatever. We weren't friends anyway.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck. Oh yeah, so the deep is standing for big oil.
There's this pipeline that they really need to complete, and the deep. It goes underwater, and the deep goes on live TV and says, "Yeah, it's completely safe.
Everything's
Don't
safe.
worry about it.
It's very green."
Mm-hmm.
And Black Noir too gets a little idea.
A little upset about that. Huey and Starlight have a little moment looking at clouds.
Yeah, they're looking at clouds, which, by the way, is an exercise of your brain's pareidolia. I don't know if you've heard about this, but humans have this pattern-seeking recognition behavior called pareidolia, where we see faces in places there are no faces. Pretty much, it's basically when we are cavemen, we would see a bush rustle, and we'd run. And
because that's probably a saber-toothed tiger.
yeah, and the ones that ran didn't get eaten. That's where our pareidolia comes from, pretty much.
Cool.
So yeah, the word of Sage.
Sage
I think this
Sage
is Soldier
talking
Boy.
to Soldier Boy. And
Oh right, so the whole plan is to have Ashley read Soldier Boy's mind.
Soldier Boy's comes in. Sage is like, "Do you know where the V? You have any plans for the V1?" Soldier Boy like, "No,
Nope.
I'm gonna go now."
Yeah, bye. And
Ashley's like,
Ashley just pops
"He's looking
up.
for bomb
Yeah,
site."
she just pops up from behind some books. Yeah, she's like, "Oh man, his mind is so fucked up. Oh my god."
Also, he's looking for bomb site.
Yeah.
Sage is like, "Interesting. I'm gonna go now, so as to not be here."
Also, I am so disturbed every time I see Baxley. Baxley.
I think that's her name.
Yeah. It's real gross. So Golden Geisha's asleep.
Mhm.
They try to
They try to kidnap her, but she puts up her shield
Yeah.
and
her
just
Dumble shield.
slips a Mickey into her IV line.
This is
As they're
fucking
leaving, they
hilarious,
get
by the way.
attacked by some soups.
Yeah, so the native guy and then
Fire hand and also a guy whose powers you probably can't show.
I showed some of it,
Okay, yeah.
which is basically
That-
him
that's-
swinging his ball sack
yeah.
around to the tune of what song is it that
Oh,
they do?
fuck. I forget.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But it's a neat little fight scene, and Kimiko's like, "No, we shouldn't hurt them.
It's
They're
get
really
down.
old."
Get down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
And I like also they argue over who fights the ball sack
Yeah.
guy. Ends up being Butcher.
Yeah.
So yeah, they fight.
So they win and they escape.
There's this scene where someone's left a laptop and it has
Yes.
a
So Crime Analytics has found where bomb site is, and Homelander and Soldier Boy go out to look at it, and there's this laptop that has a video of Homelander
and
doing weird sex
Stormfront.
things with Stormfront.
yeah. And this makes
Soldier Boy
he
is
gets
pretty
upset.
up.
Yeah,
He's pretty pissed off about that.
because he liked her a lot.
So they're broken up for
yeah.
the moment.
So Huey and Starlight break into the
They start doing their
church.
thing, and they realize, oh my god, Firecracker.
Oh yeah, Firecracker's there. For some reason, she's just hanging out in the church.
Firecracker got her cracker
Yep.
fired.
Fired, yeah. Wow, that's a good one. That was a pretty good one.
Probably should have been the other way around.
That's
but
okay. That's all right. You know what? Humor is nothing if not improvisatory.
Mhm.
So,
So Kimiko and Golden Geisha have a moment where Kimiko's like, it meant so much
Yeah.
to have
I'm
someone
such a
on
huge
TV
fan.
who looked like me. Even
Oh,
if it was
this is
really
just-
weird and racially stereotyped.
this is Sister Sage showing up. She's like,
Yep.
"Oh, look, one of the bad guys is defecting to the good guys." Crazy, right? And she basically tells them what her plan is, which is,
Yeah.
I want you all to kill each other, and I want to just read books all day. And they're like, "Oh, okay." So we find out via White House press gaggle that
The pipeline burst
yeah, and we get these shots of the deep like a fucking fish
covered in oil.
It's like those Dawn commercials where
Yeah.
they like they're cleaning up the oil spilled ducts.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's really funny. And then
He
there's
crawls over to this fish, and the fish is like, "We fucking knew you did this, Kevin."
yeah. Every time they do that gag with the deep and fish, it is so funny.
Yeah.
So they take Golden Geisha to this spot,
Yes.
right? And Sage is there, and she's trying to tell him what to do and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think she tipped off Soldier Boy, but not Homelander that she's there. And they get her phone,
Yeah.
right?
So they are sending a picture or video or something
To
just some
bomb
place that
site.
bomb site we'll
Right.
hear about.
So Huey and Starlight get into the church. They get the spritzer thing there, but
And then Oh Father shows up.
Yeah.
But he only sees Starlight. And
Right.
Starlight spends some time trying to distract him away from what Huey's doing.
they do a little fighting.
And then Huey's like, "Hey, not to alarm you or anything, but I have this super killing virus."
Yeah. And
Uh,
Annie has the antidote.
yeah. So
And he believes him for some reason
Yeah.
too. Yeah, but it works. He lets them. He lets them walk away. Right.
So Deep is in his podcasting cave with Black Noir.
Yep.
Black Noir's like, "Yeah, it's not so funny when someone does it to you,
Yeah.
huh? I just fucking smashed up that pipeline."
Yeah. I killed
And-
all your fish friends.
And the Deep
Kills it.
reacts reasonably
Yeah.
and stabs him in the head,
Kills him.
and then freaks the fuck out.
So Homelander shows up to talk with Legend. This is actually really funny. This ends up being really funny. I can't remember what this conversation is about. It's another one of the conversations with Sage about what her
Yeah.
like motives and shit. This isn't where.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Bombsight does show up. Yeah,
Bombsight shows up.
yeah, because that's Butcher pulling a gun on.
Butcher's like, all right, you give us the V1.
Which, by the way, Bombsight is hot.
I'll take your word for it.
I mean, look at him. He's a pretty man.
So, like, Bombsight's whole thing is that he really loves Golden Geisha and he wants to live forever with her, which is why he got the V1. But Golden Geisha doesn't want to take it because she doesn't want to live forever.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
So Legend leads Homelander to the boys' little hideout, and Legend's like, all right, look, they're not here. You're probably thinking I'm lying. You're going to kill me, so just
do it already.
Do it.
Yeah, and Homelander's taken aback by how unafraid he is of him and lets him go.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? You're all right.
After Legend gives this speech that basically deconstructs Homelander, is like, look, like, I get it.
I've been through it before.
You're scared. You don't want to fade away, but like
it sucks.
That's life.
It comes for us all.
Happens to everyone.
And I'm a little surprised that Homelander, just out of his stubborn, obsessive need not to have that happen to him, didn't kill him.
I guess.
But I think he's just like, this man is the only man I've met in a while that isn't terrified of me, and that's
that's refreshing.
That's pretty cash money of you, Legend. So yeah, he lets him go. So basically, okay, this whole thing happens.
Soldier Boy shows up, and he and Bombsight are very angry with each other for a very long time for reasons that they don't really adequately explain.
Yeah. So they also find out that, of course, Bombsight has the V1 with him.
Yes.
Because he's kind of a dumbass.
Yes.
Yeah. Mother's Milk really wanted to kill Soldier Boy, but Sage is like, just let them go at it. Like, we sit back.
Yeah.
And watch.
Like, this is not our fight. So that they eventually go this field, and Soldier Boy's like, okay, look, you give me the V1, I'll hit you with the little chest blasty thing. It'll take away your powers. You'll be mortal, and
you can die with. Yeah. And he's like, deal.
So that's what they do.
Yeah. He gives him the exploding thing. He's out of powers. Homelander, he gives Soldier Boy the V1.
Yep. Homelander shows up. Bombsight fucking books it out of
here. Yeah, he's like, oh man,
I don't want to be
I didn't just lose my powers to deal with Homelander. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
I will also say that up until now, Sage is convinced that Soldier Boy hates Homelander so much that he would never give him the V1.
Of course.
And what does Soldier Boy do, Chris?
He says, well, you know that Nazi lady that I was in love with? She seems to think that you are the apotheosis of everything soups are supposed to be, so have the V1.
Yeah, she was all right, so you're all right. Gives him the V1. He also, Homelander's taken aback by this. He's like, wait, really? He's like, yeah, dude. Here you go.
All right.
And so he takes it. He injects himself with it. He has crazy laser eyes.
Yep.
Billy tells everyone to run.
Yep. We are completely fucked.
Yeah. And that's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that is the end of our show today. Thankfully, the week after next, I think will be the finale. We'll probably do
all we'll have is 2 episodes of The Boys.
Yeah, we'll do 2 episodes of The Boys. We'll be able to, which is good because like this is the end of the show.
Yeah, we have reached the end of the televisioning.
Yeah,
there is no longer too many shows.
Yep. So thank you so much for joining us today. We sure do appreciate it. And we hope that all of you guys have a good evening and that you join us for all of our scheduled things this week. And